So we have an opportunity here. You have a choice. Either you can stay in a system that has proven itself to be a complete lie.
Welcome to Pan-African Lifestyle, where we rep the motherland. We post content regularly and invite you to subscribe and share. If you're a pal, that's a Pan-African Lifestyler.
Over here in Gambia, you have an abundance of beauty. You have an abundance of good weather. You have an abundance of opportunities. You have a lack of overt racism, a lack of systems put in place to hold you down. There's a lack of that. So then there is basically a great opportunity here for you if you are of African descent. Maybe what you've started to realize while you're living there in the UK or places like the UK, that if you're of African descent and you're not actually in Africa, then that place doesn't usually serve you too well. There are, you're working hard to prop up a system that has been designed for your demise. And so you're kind of like, working towards your own self-destruction. And it could feel like no matter how hard you work, you still end up not moving anywhere, financially or even like emotionally happy as well. Whereas here, there's a constant edification for you as a person of African descent. When you're waking up in the morning and you're hearing the birds singing to wake you up, if you have the sun always there to make your skin glisten and keep you topped up with vitamin D, and then you don't have the drama of someone on an ego trip trying to pull you down to make themselves feel better because somewhere they read that they're superior to you. That doesn't happen so much here. Now, just to give you a couple of ideas about what to face when you're coming over here. As far as say finances is concerned, you could rent a 3-bedroom apartment here for around about £2,000 for the year. It's way, 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 way cheaper than what you'd be paying if you was in the UK or anywhere in the USA. Fresh food is a lot cheaper than what you'd be paying in the UK as well. But if you're buying, pre-packaged foods, like you're buying crackers, cornflakes, and those kind of things, you could expect to pay about 30% more than what you're paying back in England. So, it's like there's peaks and troughs as far as money is concerned. And then when you're eating out here is almost as the same as being in England. It's slightly cheaper here. So, you could for here you can have a sit-down meal for like say £7, and you could go to an Indian restaurant in London and pick that up for a tenner each. So it's kind of like a little bit cheaper for eating out. That being said, there are some things around about Gambia in particular. I've been to other places and I haven't noticed this everywhere I've been, but around Gambia in particular, there has been like a lack of investment in education. So for the vast majority, education hasn't been like at the forefront of things, which causes a whole raft of issues when you're trying to set up a business and trying to find local people to be able to run that business or even just work in that business for you. You spend a lot of time churning over staff because of the fact that you're coming up against this lack of general education. So we have an opportunity here. You have a choice. Either you can stay in a system that has proven itself to be a complete lie. They're teaching us that the police are there for our protection, and in actual fact the police are there to make sure that they get as much money and keep us in place for the state. We've been taught that the government is there for our best interests, and you find that the government is there for their own interests and the interests of banks and for the interests of big business. So there's all these things that are starting to come up. The health system, the things that the people that we look to be able to look after us, they're not ready. So now the choice is, Do we stay in that system where the more we work for it, the stronger that system gets? Or do we step out and decide we're going to do something for ourselves? You know, our ancestors, whichever Caribbean island you're from, or whichever state in America you're from, there are people who pioneered their freedom, and it wouldn't have been pretty. And so you had to be pretty special to say, actually, no, you know what, I'm going to create an underground railroad and I'm going to go cross state lines and get out of here. Or if you're going to say, well, actually, no, you see those hills? Me, Nanny Maroon, and us lot, we're going up into the hills. You know, that kind of mindset, that kind of pioneer spirit is within us. That's our pedigree. So we don't have to stay there in the UK, in the USA, or wherever we are, allowing the nonsense to continue at us, and sometimes in some cases by us. We don't need to do that anymore. We can actually come out here, come back to where we belong. We can help local people to be able to build up themselves. For once, let's come together and create something together. It's possible, it's doable, and I think it's something we should really look at doing. Yeah, there's a few of us around here, but we need more. We need more restaurant owners, we need more hoteliers, we need people who know the building trade, we need accountants, we need electricians, we need people who know about care, we need people who know about health. So for example, nurses and doctors, there's not enough here. There's more Gambian doctors and nurses working in Europe than there are here. There's like a whole barrage of things that we need. Figure out your money. If you have to, I don't know how you're going to do it, but just remember that the people who were those first pioneers, it wasn't pretty for them either. They had to find a way to make it work, and once they made it work, they were able to be they would be able to invite other people to come and join them. So now I've been here 4 years. Now it's your turn.
Thanks for tuning into Pan-African Lifestyle. Share your thoughts in the comments section and follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Pan-African Lifestyle to be inspired. For awesome PAL merch, check out panafricanlifestyle.com/shop. Keep repping the motherland.